Hey guys, welcome to the Super Nerd Pal Podcast, Episode 2. I am your host, Andy, and this is my co-host.
My name is Stan.
So, what have you been reading this week? Or watching?
Reading, watching, playing. Well, first of all, I just want to get this out of the way. Macho Man Randy Savage, inducted into the Hall of Fame this year, 2015. Ooh, yeah! Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Beyond that, still playing Dragon Age.
Have you picked anything up?
This week?
Yeah.
Star Wars, obviously.
Well, I mean, game-wise.
Game-wise, no, I didn't pick anything up. I'm still playing Dragon Age. I actually went back to Smash Brothers too. I've been playing that a little bit. Started playing as Diddy Kong.
Really?
Yeah, he's dirty.
All right, we'll talk about that.
He's real dirty.
Let's talk about
Diddy Kong will do you dirty. He's great.
Is it because he's a monkey?
He's great. Yeah, he's monkeying around.
Oh man,
for sure. Yeah. What did I pick up? I picked up Conan Red Sonja 1.
How's that?
That's great. It's really good. Gail Simone wrote it.
Where is it taking? Like, is it like where is it?
It's like fantasy. So, Conan's like a barbarian.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, where is it in the Conan universe? Is it like its own thing, or?
Well, Red Sonja's Dynamite Entertainment, and Conan's Dark Horse. And so Gail Simone writes Red Sonja. You know Gail Simone, who did Batgirl. Big fan of her. Met her at Comic-Con. Andy knows.
That was fun.
That was a highlight of Comic-Con for me, meeting her. But she does Red Sonja, and she met up with she teamed up with the writer for Conan, and they had like a crossover series. So issue 1 came out on Wednesday. It's really good. Basically, there's some like evil robed guy shows up, and he's got like these evil plants that want to eat everybody or something. And Red Sonja and Conan are like breaking into a king's palace to steal something they think is a jewel, but it turns out to be these seeds, and they end up teaming up and fighting each other at the same time.
Are they like magic beanstalk seeds?
Kind of. They plant them, and then it's I don't want to give away too much, but you know they turn out to be not gems, but like these evil seeds, and it turns into this bigger storyline. I believe it's a 4-issue series, so it's really good if you like fantasy, sword and sorcery kind of thing. They kick a lot of ass. A lot of ass gets kicked. A lot of fighting. Conan gets his ass beat by Red Sonja. Spoilers.
How? What? Already?
Red Sonja is awesome.
No, but already? Like,
yeah,
one issue in and they're already fucking whooping each other's ass?
Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how it goes. Let's see, what else did I pick up? Picked up a new issue of Batgirl. Picked up Spider-Verse 2. That's what I picked up this week.
Bro, I should be on top of Spider-Verse, but I'm not.
You are the person I thought would be the most on top is the least on top of Spider-Verse.
I know.
You just have not been reading
shit
Spider-Verse.
Shit has happened. I can never get to Forbidden Intel.
Well, now it's your job. So now you're a professional, and now you need to get on it.
That's true.
You gotta step it up. Gotta step it up.
Gotta step my game up.
Gotta keep up, because this is a weekly show now. We're gonna get together, and it's your homework. That's your homework. Catch up.
Catch up?
Speaking of catching up, I caught up on The Flash.
How are you liking it so
far? I
far?
love The Flash. It's so cool. It's such a great show.
You caught up completely?
I caught up to episode 9.
Because the newest episode drops on Tuesday.
I know, so I'm going to watch episode 9 right before episode 10 comes out.
Good.
But I caught all the way up. I saw the Flash Arrow crossover. Have no idea what's going on with Arrow. I'm like 40 episodes behind on Arrow. I don't know how long it's going to take me to catch up to Arrow.
Bro, that's like 40 hours.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
That's a lot of episodes to get through just to get caught up. You know what? Do I even need to get caught up?
It depends. Do you want to follow Arrow?
I mean, kind of.
If you want to follow Arrow, I'd definitely say it's worth catching up.
I know it's a good show, but I feel like I might have to just watch the episode that comes out this week, and they'll probably give me like a run-up. This is what happened last time on Arrow.
Yeah.
He gets his ass kicked.
By Raja Ghul.
Raish. Raj. Is it Raish or is it Raj?
I don't know.
Raja Ghul.
Well, I've seen different people pronounce it differently, so.
Well, I know that the game, like the Batman game, pronounces it differently than the Batman movies.
But then there's also like the other animated movies which also pronounce it differently.
See, I called him Raj Al Ghul until the Batman games, till like Arkham City. So I call him Raish.
Raish.
So I feel like this entire time I've been saying it wrong.
There's no SH.
I really wish DC would come forward and give us an official pronunciation, because it's always different.
Go on DC Wiki and just change that shit.
I don't know. So Arrow doesn't interest me as much as Flash. I'm going to say that right now.
Why?
Because Flash is like he's really fast.
That's
he moves
it?
really fast.
Is that really your only argument?
Because Arrow's really dark, and Arrow reminds me too much of Batman sometimes.
Well, he's supposed to be like Batman.
I'm the dark protector of my city, blah, blah, blah. Shoot arrows, pew, pew.
That's how he shoots. That sounds like a Star Wars effect.
No, it's his arrows. Pew, pew. I'm Arrow. Pew, pew. How does his voice get so deep, is my question.
I don't know.
Because I saw the Arrow Flash crossover, and then I had to watch the episode of Arrow.
Okay, so he has like this communicator that like changes his voice.
Okay, see, I thought he was just really good at changing his voice.
No.
That doesn't sound like him at all.
They explain it like right before he starts changing.
I'm Arrow.
I mean, he's rich, so he can come up with this shit.
Yeah, I believe it.
And they're also introducing the Atom.
I heard, and that's going to be played by Superman.
Which is hilarious.
Brandon Ruth is going to be the Atom.
I also heard that they're going to do an Atom spin-off show. And there's also supposed to be another Arrow versus Flash next season.
They're also spinning off Vixen into like an animated series.
Really? And then there's also Supergirl, which comes out.
Supergirl, but I don't know if Supergirl's going to cross over with...
It's not going to be a part of that universe.
I'm actually kind of excited for Supergirl.
It's going to be interesting.
I hope they cover Red Lantern Supergirl. Never going to happen, but
No.
That would be a great thing to see.
Wouldn't that be like too dark for TV?
Man, you know what? I've seen some dark stuff on TV. You ever watch American Horror Story?
No.
All right, so that's some dark stuff.
But on CW?
Okay.
Well, I don't even know if Supergirl is going to be on CW.
I think it's CBS is carrying Supergirl.
Oh, man.
Could be mistaken, though. You watch Gotham at all?
Yeah.
Do you know that got picked up for a second season?
Are you serious? I don't know how. I don't know how.
What's wrong with it? Like
everything is wrong with it.
I got a few episodes into it, and then I kind of stopped watching it.
Oh my god. I watched the first 2 episodes because episode 1 aired a week before episode 1 of Arrow aired.
Right.
Or Flash first. And then episode 2 started that week that Arrow and Flash started. And I watched both episodes, and I was like, this is really interesting. And then I watched Flash, and I was like, Gotham is shit.
Yeah, Flash is really good, and I'm surprised that they were able to make it so good from the beginning. Like, usually, because I'm going to be honest, it's really hard for me to get into Arrow from season 1.
You see, Arrow, that's probably why they were able to, like, pick up Flash so easily, was because Arrow, like, they're building the Flash off of what they make Arrow episodes on.
Oh,
so it's like the same...
So Arrow is like their training wheels.
Yeah.
And now that they're experienced, Flash.
But once they realized, like, they finally got a successful path to follow, that's how they have the formula for Flash.
See, and I'm glad they did that, because Flash is great. It's one of my favorite TV shows.
And I really wanted the guy that played Oliver Queen to be in the Justice League movie.
See, here's my theory on that. I was thinking about it, and you know how the guy... What's his name? What's the main... The scientist, Harrison Wells or something?
Oh, yeah, Harrison Wells.
So, first of all, that guy has great timing. Whenever they have a conversation, he always, like, I don't know how long he practiced coming in a conversation right in the middle, but they're always talking, and he always comes, it's like, well, I have the answer. He just comes out of nowhere, and he's, like, hiding around the corner, waiting for the right moment to, like, step in.
And his little wheelchair's looking like Charles Xavier.
Yeah. So, every time he brings up that newspaper, it like, has the crisis... like hint,
yeah,
with Flash like going back in time or whatever it is for whatever crisis that they're planning. I think, and you know how Marvel has the Infinity War coming up, and it's probably going to have every superhero ever from Marvel in it.
For sure.
So what if DC's master plan is to build up a Crisis on Infinite Worlds where there's multiverses involved? So you would have the Justice League from the movies, and then there would be TV Flash and TV Arrow would show up, and then they could bring in Smallville Superman.
See, that never crossed my mind before.
See, no, I was thinking about that in the shower, and it's a great idea, right?
Now that would be...
All the best ideas come from the shower.
I really hope they do that.
See, it's a
Stan, we need to get someone.
It's a great idea, right? So
do this.
I feel like they almost hint at it because the Crisis is always, well, usually a multi-universal thing.
Yeah.
It's the multiverse, all of them coming together. So if they did that and they had a big movie event, like a two-parter, and brought in all the heroes from all their different mediums at once, how crazy would that be?
That would be fucking insane.
That makes sense why they would choose a different Flash and a different Green Arrow, probably.
That's true. And it kind of, I mean, there's, what's his name? The dude who played Raja Ghul in Batman
Arrow?
Begins.
Oh, what's his name? Liam Neeson.
Yeah, Liam Neeson.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
He said that he wanted to, he originally said that he wanted to be Raja Ghul on Arrow.
See, you could have them both meet up.
But then he couldn't do it because of scheduling.
Right.
So I guess he was filming some awesome-ass Liam Neeson movie.
No, he was probably filming Taken 3, which I heard was not great.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Taken hasn't been good since the first one.
I don't care. It's Liam Neeson.
Yeah. I would like to see him in Star Wars somehow.
Oh my god.
I don't know how they would get him, like a Force ghost.
Oh, speaking of which, this is very, very loosely based off of something that I heard. But I heard they're resurrecting Darth Vader for the new movie. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Why? Unless he's a Force ghost. If he's a Force ghost, that makes sense.
Alright, if that, then okay, that makes sense.
He shows up at the end as
but
a Force ghost.
apparently they've shown, like, hints of Vader's outfits. Like, there's pictures of the director with the Vader outfit, and, like, so everyone's just putting it towards...
Maybe it's a new villain trying to use
trying
Vader's...
to be Vader?
Yeah, like, use his legacy.
I mean, I guess.
Because I know in the expanded universe, they resurrected Palpatine, the Emperor, with, like, clones. So it's not impossible to do. It seems a little cheap if they were going to do
Palpatine just seems to have everything at the right place. He just knows.
He's the Emperor. He has to.
He's God.
Why? I mean, like, how do you think he brought down the Republic?
That's true.
Did you see this Avengers trailer?
Yeah. Oh my god.
So how is that? I didn't see it.
Oh my god.
I refuse to see it.
Why?
I refuse to see it
What
because...
don't you want spoiled for you?
So I have this thing where I refuse to watch trailers just because I like to go into experience.
Because I have a theory of what's going to be this Avengers movie.
See, like, I don't mind you telling me. I don't mind hearing about what it is. I just don't want to see it for myself. I'll watch the first trailer, like the announcement trailer of a thing, and after that I just won't see anything else. So I saw the Avengers Age of Ultron, like, announcement trailer. I saw that, right? But I don't want to see anything else.
Okay.
Force Awakens, I saw that trailer. I can't promise.
That wasn't even a trailer. That was like 20 seconds.
So I might let myself watch the whole trailer if it comes out. But I can't promise with Star Wars. Star Wars is like my thing. I probably watch all the trailers. I don't know. With
the Avengers, it's pretty much Tony Stark whooping every Avengers ass, in my opinion.
Him whooping every Avengers ass?
Yeah.
Is that how they're going to
like
Civil
it's
War?
just that's what I think. I think it's going to lead into Captain America: The Civil War. And I think, like, the Age of Ultron is made to break the Avengers so that, like, they go their separate ways for the Civil War, and then they have to come together for the Infinity War.
See, I don't know. I have no idea. I never read Ultron, the comics, the Age of Ultron comics.
I've never read them either.
But Ultron is a creation of Tony Stark's, isn't it?
Yeah, he's like this defense mechanism that they use in the Avengers Watchtower.
I see. And then he goes rogue.
Yeah,
and he cuts his strings. No strings on me.
And he becomes like the Vader of Avengers because apparently everyone knows Ultron.
Yeah, I guess. I wouldn't go that far, but yeah. Did you hear this?
He's not as badass as Vader.
Definitely not. No, not many people are badass as Vader. Have you heard the Spidey rumor, though, that he's going to show up in Infinity War, the third Avengers?
I fucking hope so.
I know that Sony shot down those rumors, but you know what? Do you know how much money they would both make?
I want him to be teased in Captain America.
I want him in Civil War because that's where it makes sense to have him.
Well, I want him to be like teased in Civil War. Like, yeah, we have Spider-Man.
They're gonna tease Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They're gonna like tickle him.
Yeah.
It's like, come here, Spider-Man. Let me tickle you.
Tony Stark's gonna like fucking shoot his face off.
Listen.
Or they can do Iron Spider. Just throw Iron Spider up in there.
Well, see, that's what I figured that they were going to do if they were going to get Spider-Man for it. But I think it would make them... I would believe it would make Sony and Marvel enough money that they should be able to come to an agreement.
I mean, I know that Marvel had initially like shot a plan to Sony saying that like Sony pays for 60% of the cost and Disney pays for the other 40%. But I remember Sony also shooting that down. So...
But they're not doing anything with Spider-Man right now.
They aren't. I mean, they were working on the Sinister Six movie. I don't know what's happening with that. They were working on Amazing Spider-Man 3, but they just confirmed that Andrew Garfield's no longer Spider-Man.
See, I want them to put Miles Morales in Avengers.
I mean, that's what Andrew Garfield had originally said. If they do another Spider-Man, he doesn't want to do anything
Or
with
Spider-Gwen.
it. Oh my god.
I would love that. Having Spider-Gwen. It kind of wouldn't make any sense. Unless this is the universe where Peter died and Gwen lived.
Well, then they could put Spider-Gwen in...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If
If MCU was the same universe as Spider-Gwen, or a similar one, they could put her in there, which would be great, but that's not going to happen. But it would be great.
I think that would be awesome.
It would be awesome. Or Miles.
Would we get this girl as Gwen Stacy again?
Maybe.
I hope so.
I don't have anyone else in mind who could play her at the moment.
So you're going to think of people that can play Gwen Stacy?
Maybe. I don't know. So, would you like... Oh, you saw Tusk, right?
Yeah.
How was that?
Tusk was really, really interesting. It was like, if I can compare it, kind of like the Human Centipede. Not as, like, gory or disgusting.
Right.
But it's definitely close to it. It's pretty much this guy kidnaps a guy from a podcast.
Oh.
Yeah. And he wants to turn the guy into this walrus.
Why?
And because he was in like this ship accident and this walrus saved his life and he named the walrus Mr. Tusk. And then when his food resources ran dry, he killed Mr. Tusk and like ate him until rationed that out until he got saved. So he always felt bad for killing Mr. Tusk.
Mr. Tusk.
His whole theory, well, in my thought, because they don't ever explain his thought process, but I think his thought was that like he feels bad for killing Mr. Tusk and wanted to turn someone into a walrus to get revenge for Mr. Tusk.
Shouldn't he have taken revenge on himself?
I mean, he should have, but he's a fucking psychopath.
Right, makes sense.
Plot convenience.
So, I'm going to save the Marvel Star Wars talk for a few more minutes.
All right.
I want to ask you, since nobody really knows, since we never talked about this yet, this is only episode 2, what comics are you following? What's your pull list look like?
All right, so right now my pull list is looking like majority of the Spider-Man things coming out right now.
Right. Oh wait, are you gonna follow Spider-Gwen?
Oh hell yeah! Of course. I mean that's
I'm
down.
kind of upset you missed Edge of Spider-Verse that had her in it.
I did, but I figured. Well, that's partially not my fault because they didn't pull
it.
the comics for me.
That's
so
fine.
Like I didn't know that they weren't gonna pull these comics for me.
See, I knew that Spider-Gwen was going to be like a big thing, and I was interested in it, but I didn't know how good it was going to be.
But they also didn't pull all of my Spider-Verse.
That's fine.
I mean, Edge of Spider-Verse.
You can read mine.
They didn't pull any of the Edge of Spider-Verse for me.
You
which
guys
I was very
fucked
pissed.
up, is what he's trying to say.
We're
not going to name names.
Oh my god, just as bad as GameStop.
But y'all fucked up on this. Get it together. Nameless corporation. Anyway, Spider-Man was great. I really like Robbie Rodriguez's. I'd say that for me.
Robbie Rodriguez.
There you go. I'm bad at that. Anyway, I love his art. The story is great. It's just a great book. So I
remember he also teased Spider-Gwen to us when we met him.
Yeah, I met him at Comic-Con. He signed my issue, and I asked him if we were going to see it ongoing, and he was like, "I don't know, guys." And then like the next day it was announced. So he totally like winked and like nudged. And
he was like, definitely just like, "Yeah, it's going to happen."
Yeah, basically. He's like, "Oh, probably."
But I'm also following The Walking Dead, and I think I'm one issue behind on that. I think an issue came out last week, but I'll figure that out.
Rodriguez.
Are you still gonna?
I don't know why I can't do it.
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez. I can't do it. It's over. It's over for me. I can't pronounce Rodriguez. There you go. There we go. Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
That was great.
God, that was terrible. That wasn't great.
That was amazing.
Anything else on your pull list?
I'm following Grayson.
Glossing right over that.
Grayson's like, I haven't read the last month's issue. I have it, but I haven't read it. And so far, it's been really interesting. He's like a super secret agent.
I'm taking Spanish this year. That's gonna be rough.
Why do you keep coming back to this?
Because I'm traumatized by it. I'm traumatized that I couldn't do that. Anything else? I read a little bit of Grayson. I liked it. Can't say anything else than that. I liked it.
How many issues did you read?
1.
Oh, so you really can't.
But you're the ultra like Dick fan. Like
that sounds really.
Dick is your thing. If there's one thing that you're about, it's Dick.
Sure.
You really know Dick. You. You right?
I can't stop laughing.
You okay there? Anything else?
No.
All right. So I'm following. I got a list. I got to cut down on this list a little bit though.
I'm following like all of the DC universe.
I know it's mostly DC, and I'm not sure why that is. But it's Harley Quinn I'm following. There's Justice League, which you followed Forever Evil, right?
Yeah.
So Lex Luthor is now in charge of the Justice League.
Oh yeah, you see, that's why like I followed Forever Evil. I knew it was gonna follow like Nightwing, and that it was gonna lead into like the end of Nightwing, and then which also leads into Grayson.
That's my big problem with these books, with the big two, because they have those big crossover events, and they kind of require you to really pick out all the titles that the event crosses over into, even if you have no interest in that. And that's really killed my enthusiasm for a lot of books that I was following. I was following Action Comics for a while, and they did that Doom storyline, and I had no interest in picking up Superman and Wonder Woman, and so I had to drop it.
That was one thing I found a little weird in Forever Evil wasn't there a point where like Lex Luthor made Bizarro, and I was like, wait, they haven't established him in the New 52 yet?
No, he wasn't established yet.
That blew my mind.
God. B-Zero. He was such a great character. Rip. Rest in peace, B-Zero.
Bizarro's great.
Rip in peace.
I really like Bizarro as a character. Like, he's like stupid, but he has his moments.
Yeah, he's great. I enjoyed the way Forever Evil did the big event because it contained itself into its own like miniseries. And if you wanted to get more of the storyline, you could buy the other Forever Evil books.
Yeah.
But it didn't require you to buy. It didn't require you. This is like the next chapter.
Kind of wasn't like Red Lantern, Supergirl.
That I didn't mind.
All right, but that's just because you like Red Lantern and Supergirl.
Yeah, because that was badass as hell, man. Shit.
I mean, the new Joker storyline is going to be... Oh my god.
Death in the Family was terrible, though, because you had to buy everything.
Yeah.
And if you didn't buy it, you didn't know what was going on.
And apparently they're bringing back Joker for, like... Or they brought him back. I'm not sure on that yet.
I think he's back in Batman. I stopped
apparently
following Batman.
They're giving him, like, an official backstory.
I don't want to know what it is because my official.
I don't even know what it is.
My official backstory is Killing Joke. It's always going to be Killing Joke. I don't care what they tell me.
Killing Joke is pretty good.
Killing Joke was great.
I like Death in the Family, just because I have the Nightwing volume of it. So
that was a good book too, but I don't know if they had Joker's origin in it.
No, they didn't. It was just badass.
Well, yeah, if we're just going to talk about good Bat books.
I mean, he cut his face off.
Arkham Asylum.
I haven't read the Arkham Asylum series.
You haven't read I'm not talking about the game tie-in. I'm talking about the original graphic novel Arkham Asylum.
Oh no, I haven't read that either.
You have to get your ass. No, we're gonna stop this now, and you're gonna go and pick that crap up because you gotta read it.
I'm gonna pick it up when I go to pick up comics this week. Then.
So to get back to my point, is that they didn't require you to buy it. Forever Evil didn't require you to buy the other books. As far as I know, everyone else kind of does. All those other events, like Godhead, I was collecting Red Lanterns. It's on my pull list, but I haven't been collecting it for like months now because it's part of Godhead.
Well, didn't you also say that you were going to wait until they were done with Godhead?
See, I don't know if I'm going to wait. I might just drop it because I don't know what's going on. Because I'm not following Godhead. So I had to stop collecting Red Lanterns because I refused to go and pick up all the other Lantern books to figure out what the hell was going on. I hate it when they do that. And again, that's why I like Forever Evil, because I wanted to pick up Justice League because I wanted to know more. I didn't feel obligated to. So I picked up Justice League. I really liked what they were doing. I like that Lex Luthor is leading the League now after Forever Evil, and I'm still following it. So that was good.
So what's going on in the new Justice League now then?
So Lex Luthor invented this virus that's murdering everyone on the planet.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. The dude that's leading the fucking Justice League is murdering people?
He's not murdering people. He made this virus.
Why did he make this virus?
He made it before he turned good because of Forever Evil. This was before.
Oh my God.
He made this virus, and the virus is called the Amazo virus, and it gives it's supposed to like weaken superheroes, but it gives humans superpowers too, but it kills them after they get superpowers.
Okay.
So it's infecting everyone. So all the Justice Leaguers are dying. And
Why
all
does
the
this kind of remind me of like Spider Island type shit?
Cause I never read Spider Island, so I don't know. But this is basically what's going on. Everyone's suspicious of Lex Luthor, and like it's awesome. It's great. Everything they do with Justice League and Lex Luthor, awesome.
And Superman's just not in the Justice League anymore, right?
He's still there. He hasn't left, though. They foreshadowed him leaving and Captain Cold and Luthor taking over for Superman and Flash, but they haven't gotten there yet. So they're building up to that.
I hope Captain Cold doesn't come into them.
He is. It's happening.
Oh my God.
It's happening. So, also Spidey 2099 I'm following.
And I'm following 2099.
That goes into Spider-Verse, so I don't mind. Spider-Verse is something that I wanted to collect, so I'm picking it up. I'm picking everything up right now. Yeah. Amazing Spider-Man, Scarlet Spiders.
Well, Spider-Verse is primarily happening on the Amazing Spider-Man series, so...
Yeah. You're collecting that anyway.
Yeah.
So, there's that. Batgirl. I've been following Batgirl since Gail Simone was writing. No, she's not. New creative team. I like her costume. Batgirl's new costume. I want to dress up as Batgirl. It's a great costume. Like, I want to be Batgirl. But I'm not really digging the story. I'm not digging the whole social media, because it's this whole thing where she joins Instagram or something and she's like a social media superhero.
The hell?
I don't really like it. So I'm thinking of dropping it. Samurai Jack. You know my problems with Samurai Jack. Storyline never goes anywhere. He's always fighting a coup. Been fighting a coup for like 20 years now. Still hasn't beaten him.
He's been fighting a coup since like TV show when we were kids.
Yeah, so like however long ago that was.
Dude, just kill him
on Cartoon Network.
Just snap his neck.
They could just kill him and move on to something else. Because
Coup Jr.
Honestly, them constantly going back and forth is wearing on me a little bit, but the art's great. The what story there is, the little bits story between the whole Aku nonsense is great. So I'm still following it. I think it's a great series. But they gotta move past the Aku thing. Like, honestly, there's no stakes, because you always know that Jack is about to kill Aku, and he's not going to. It's not gonna happen. Something's gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen.
He's never gonna go back in time. He's never gonna kill Aku.
I was following the series for the first maybe 4 or 5 issues, and I don't know, this unnamed corporation fucked up and stopped pulling my Samurai Jack.
I love them though. I love that store.
So I had to unfortunately stop following because I lost so many issues.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
Marvel Star Wars.
Marvel Star Wars.
Marvel Star Wars. What did you think about Marvel Star Wars?
I loved it. I thought it was just great.
So now I gave you Marvel Star Wars to read, and then I also gave you the Dark Horse book, Star Wars. I want to know what your opinion is before I tell you what my opinion is.
All right. So for me, I liked Marvel Star Wars a lot better. I feel like it was more of a sequel than I don't know. I kind of feel like Dark Horse one was a little just thrown in there, and I feel like it didn't pick up like after anything. It was just there. But Marvel Star Wars gave me an essence of like continuing from, what was it? 4?
New Hope?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it gave me the essence that it just continued, and like it kind of just showed Vader off being a badass. And then Dark Horse, it like, from what I read, I don't know what issue I'm on in the Dark Horse one, but I finished the whole volume.
I believe it was the first 6 issues.
Oh, okay. So I feel like that one tried to milk Vader a little more.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, let's not forget that Marvel's doing a whole Darth Vader ongoing. That I'm sure is going to milk the hell out of Darth Vader.
Obviously, it's going to milk Darth Vader, but I also like it. I don't know. I kind of enjoyed the Marvel one because it showed a lot about Han and Leia and Luke and like what they're doing, and then like it showed Vader at the very end.
See, I have to disagree with you a little bit. I feel like, first of all, I feel like Jason Aaron knows what he's doing. The writer for Star Wars. He knows what he's doing. He knows how these characters are, really. But I feel like they have this problem where, how long has it been since Marvel had the rights to do Star Wars comics?
Well, like forever,
like a long time, right? So I feel like they finally got the toys, the Star Wars toys to play with, and they just go crazy. Let's throw it all into the first issue. Let's put all the characters. Let's put Vader in there. Let's put Luke. Let's put Han. Let's put Chewie. Let's put Leia.
But all of them were also in the first issue of the Dark Horse one.
Here's the thing. I feel like they smushed them all together on this one planet. It's boom, here we go. Everyone somehow is on the same exact planet doing the same thing. Like, how do you get all these characters mysteriously together? Like, the Force? Come on. In Dark Horse's story, they're all off doing their own thing. And so, first of all, when Marvel Star Wars opened, I love how they open, where it's the page a long time ago, and you turn the page, and it's the splash page, the big Star Wars logo. That was great. I love that. But I feel like Dark Horse's Star Wars feels more like Empire, because after blowing up the Death Star, they're not going all guns blazing for the Empire, take them out, pew pew.
I mean, wouldn't that be the essential idea though? Like the Empire is now on their like kind of weak. Like they lost the Death Star.
But they're not. Do you see Empire? They come after them hard. They're hiding on a snowball planet. They're like hiding from the Empire. They weren't like, oh, gonna go pew pew pew, gonna take out the Empire. That didn't happen. So,
I mean, their whole plan in the first issue didn't seem to be like take out the Empire. It seemed more of like, let's rescue these hostages.
No, they weren't rescuing the hostages.
Well, that's what it seemed to me, even though that wasn't the plan. But
they went to go blow up that factory that was building stuff for the Empire. And Luke happened to find these hostages, and then the plans changed. But their initial plan was like, we're going to take them out. Bow, bow, bow.
I also find it hilarious that they still go to Obi-Wan as Ben Kenobi.
Well, that's how they know him.
I know, but I still think it's just funny.
So I like Dark Horse's Star Wars because it feels more like Empire. They're scattered. They won, but it took a huge toll on them because they're just a ragtag empire. They're trying to find a new base. They're scattered everywhere. Everyone's doing their own thing. Han's going doing something else. Vader's got his own thing. Luke and Leia are finding another base for the rebels. And then Marvel Star Wars just feels like they were too excited. Let's bring it all together right away.
I feel like Marvel Star Wars also, like, within the first issue, they they established that Han was on the rebel side,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah, Han is totally
that
like,
was a little too rushed.
like, haha, like, I'm a good guy now.
I mean, well, Leia told him like, "Oh, so now you're a rebel," and he was like, "Says who?"
Yeah, but
we all know.
so
He's-
I'm still gonna follow Marvel Star Wars, but I feel like they jumped the gun a little bit. They got really excited, wanted to throw all the characters in.
Maybe they have an idea. Maybe they have a plan.
That's why I'm gonna wait and see. I'm not like totally for it right now. I feel like Star Wars Dark Horse, that ongoing, did a little bit more subdued.
Well, that's
more
also
like,
canceled now, right?
well, yeah, because
Yeah.
Marvel, it's not happening.
I would've
Basically,
liked-
everything that happened in that series kind of didn't happen because now Marvel's doing their own version of it.
I would have still liked to see a continuation of Dark Horses.
It's not perfect. I mean, it's not every issue is great, but I feel like they took a slower pace to it than Marvel Star Wars. Marvel Star Wars feels more like Return of the Jedi, and Dark Horse's Star Wars feels more like Empire to me. Which is why I'm going to go back to what I said last week and say they should have just started at the end of Return of the Jedi and kept going.
See, but I like Return of the Jedi.
I did too, not as much as Empire, but
No, Empire was the shit.
Empire was the shit. Yes, you're correct.
And then, I don't know. Phantom Menace would be my second favorite, just because Darth Maul.
Really, Phantom Menace?
Just because Darth Maul.
It's your opinion.
I like Darth Maul is the most badass looking Sith to me.
Okay, so mine is Empire is my favorite, and then I would say A New Hope, and then I would say Revenge of the Sith, and then I would say Return of the Jedi, Clone Wars, and dead last, Phantom Menace.
Really? Mine, Clone Wars is definitely last. I feel that shit is so just
I have to rewatch
a
it,
chore.
but that's how my list was. Phantom Menace might actually, in hindsight, be a little bit better than Clone Wars. I have to rewatch that.
I like
can't
the
give
whole
you-
little young Luke. Anakin.
Jar Jar Binks killed it for me.
Why?
Killed it so hard.
For what reason?
God, he's such a racist character.
I'll give you that.
All right, so there. That's why.
Jar Jar's funny.
He's the whole reason why the Empire took over.
Yeah,
So
because Jar Jar screwed up.
Jar Jar screwed up. So I'm gonna move on to the video games because we don't have a lot of time. So let's go into that really quickly. We're obviously not gonna get to everything, but I want to get your game of the year. You
Alright,
dodged the
so
question last week so hard that
I
I'm
did.
coming at you right now.
And I had to think about it pretty hard.
What
but
is your game of the year? of
My
last
game of the
year?
year is kind of a tie between Mario Kart 8 and South Park and the Stick of Truth.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. South Park just, it didn't seem like a video game to me. And
It
I
was-
really liked it.
They did a really good job. Of
It
sitting-
made me want to do all the side quests. It just seemed like an hour and a half South Park episode.
Yeah. Well, like
It
a
just-
10-hour South Park
Well,
episode.
I'm not counting all of the battles and stuff.
Oh,
Just as cutscenes.
cutscenes and stuff.
Probably be like an hour and a half or so.
I like all the jokes that they put in, like picking up items was like callbacks to other episodes.
Yeah.
It was a great game,
And
especially
then also,
if you're a fan.
the random things that you can do is just awesome.
Yeah.
And the Jew class. It was so overpowered.
It's a good class.
It's the best class.
It's a really good class. Of course it's the best class. So, why Mario Kart?
Mario Kart, I feel like there hasn't been a really good Mario Kart game in a while.
Here's my question. Why Mario Kart over Smash Brothers?
Oh, that one's good.
Yeah.
Well, Smash Bros had a lot of hype for it, and I'll give it to it. It deserves the hype. But Mario Kart had no hype whatsoever, and it took everyone by storm. And then
it's a great game.
it was just this amazing ass game with new mechanics. They polished up everything that was wrong with Mario Kart 7. There's so many different things that you can do in this game
There's-
that aren't in the other.
that whole anti-gravity mechanic
Oh my
too,
God,
which
that's
is
awesome.
a lot of fun. Really dizzying though.
And then I also like the mechanic that you can't stack up on items. So if you get the 3 red turtle shells, you can't get another item right after that. And I found that a little annoying in Mario Kart 7 because people would essentially have 6 red turtle shells and then just freaking stormed to the first place. Very unfair.
So I'm glad you finally answered this question, because I was wondering all week. You didn't give me a good answer, but I feel like this is sufficient. I accept your answer of your game of the year. Did you see the Nintendo Direct that they had on Wednesday? What did you think about that?
There's a lot of things I'm hyped for, especially the Martha Amiibo reprints.
I'm not hyped for that.
I am.
Why are you hyped for that?
Because that just means that Marth goes down in value.
Listen, but that's bad because we have Marths.
But I have a Marth opened and used.
Screw all the people who want Marth. We have Marth already. I don't understand why you're so excited for that.
Because it's just like... Alright, so since they're reprinting Marth, that means that there's chances that they'll reprint other amiibos that I know I'm going to miss. Like Shulk and Rosalina, thanks to that douchebag who reserved 100 Rosalinas.
Also, Target closed in Canada, so all the people who wanted her in Canada, out of luck.
Yeah, so, like, there's... And then Lucario. Lucario's the one that I'm, like, mainly after.
So you want them to have them. You don't want them to collect them to, like, throw it in people's faces that you have.
Well, no, I want to collect them, but I want to collect them for my own purposes, no one else's.
For enjoyment purposes,
yeah.
Not for collector's purposes. I got you. You know what I'm excited for?
Majora's Mask?
Well, yeah, that's a given. Of course I'm excited for Majora's Mask. That's happening. What I'm excited for is the Hyrule Warriors DLC.
Oh my god, Tingle!
Yeah, Tingle. I don't even have that game, and I want it just to play as Tingle.
I have it unopened. Sadly.
Have you seen him like slapping people around with his wallet?
Yeah, and a balloon,
and
right?
He dances and blows kisses or something.
So random.
How awesome is that? I want it just to play as Tingle. Like I had a little bit of interest in it, but not enough to want to actually go and play it.
And now Tingle.
But Tingle, come on.
Well, they're also adding the Majora's Mask characters. They said that they were adding Majora's Mask Link, and the other two were hidden. But I swear to God, that one silhouette was definitely Skull Kid.
That was definitely Skull Kid.
That better be Skull.
And I like
Skull
how
Kid.
young Link turns into fierce deity.
Yeah.
Link with the mask. That's really cool.
That's so badass. I can't wait.
New Fire Emblem trailer came out. Did you see that?
Yeah, that teaser of.
I think it's gonna be good, but
name.
I never played Awakening, so I need to get on that.
Play it, bro.
I know it's really.
Do you have
good.
it?
No, I don't. I need to play it.
I can lend it to you.
Did you see the new wave of Amiibo?
Alright, so there are like two waves that they
There's
announced.
the Mario Brothers wave, and then there's the other Smash wave coming out. I'm so excited for Wario.
You know how Wario.
Wario is my favorite character. I
know.
told you, as soon as they announced Wario,
But
I wanted it.
The only difference is your favorite character isn't an exclusive, and my favorite character is an exclusive at Toys R Us, which they canceled pre-orders for. You're not allowed to pre-order it. So I have to go there day one and pray that I can get one.
You don't think Wario's good enough at being exclusive?
Well, they would have announced him as an exclusive.
I'm excited for Wario, for Ness, for Charizard.
I'm not excited for Charizard.
Why? He's Charizard.
He's the most overrated Pokemon.
You're the most overrated Pokemon.
I would take that as a compliment gladly.
Lucario's the most overrated.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he isn't.
He's just Lucario.
He's badass.
He's not badass. Charizard's OG badass. The
Charizard's
original.
wannabe OG badass.
No, he is the original.
Blastoise is OG badass.
I'm excited for the
Uncannons.
I'm excited for the Ness Amiibo because there's no Ness Earthbound merchandise really out there.
You're gonna have to hop on that Ness Amiibo like now.
I know, and I'm planning on doing that.
Good.
And you have to do it too.
Yeah,
and everyone listening has to buy up the Ness Amiibos to let Nintendo know that we need Earthbound and Mother 3 and a new Earthbound and just everything.
So 2 Earthbound games and Mother 3.
Everything. Just need everything.
I would like a Lucas Amiibo like now.
I want a remake.
I want a Lucas Amiibo.
I want like a HD remake.
Oh, you mean like what they did with Metroid Prime Trilogy?
No, I just want it in like...
half off on the eShop? Did you know about that?
I knew about that.
Yeah,
I don't really care about that.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh my god, Metroid Prime is so good. You suck.
I like the first one. Guess what's coming out Tuesday?
Resident
Evil Remake, Remaster, Remake, HD Edition, Championship Edition.
Remake
the Championship Edition.
I mean, from what I've seen, that game looks so beautiful.
It's great.
Oh my god.
I've played that game so many times. I still want it.
I remember watching one of the original teaser trailers, and that point where they showed like I was rewatching the teaser trailer with someone. I don't remember who, but that point where it shows the zombie like turn around, the first zombie that you encounter.
Yeah.
And someone had like told me, "Oh, that's a point to like the Evil Within," and I was like, "No, good try."
No.
But the Evil Within was trying to show off their Resident Evil love in that.
Yeah. I like the new control movements that you can move in any direction you want. You don't have to do the tank controls.
I kind of like the tank controls.
I do like it, and I like that they give you the option to go back and forth. I'm probably going to play without it at first, but I might go back and do another run with the tank controls.
It's definitely going to make the game a lot easier.
I feel like it, yeah. I might finally be able to finish a playthrough as Chris with those new controls.
You were never able to finish as Chris?
You know how hard Chris's storyline is?
I know.
Playing through... I've only ever been able to do Jill. I can't do Chris.
It's probably because you're like too trigger happy.
Probably. Maybe. Chris is just really hard. He has less slots to put items in.
Yeah.
It's just... I got a certain amount of ways...
Does Jill have like a fanny pack that she puts items in? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, probably.
She has like an extra.
She has like pockets on like her pants. She has like
I have pockets on my pants.
She has like cargo pants or something.
I guess.
And they have the new costumes.
Wait, not Stars. Well, Stars costume, obviously, but the BSAA ones, right?
BSAA, yeah. They're also going to have, I'm assuming they're going to have all the costumes that the remake had, too, which would be like Nemesis Jill.
I would also really like to see Heavy Metal Chris make a return.
You love that guy.
That was my favorite costume.
That's your favorite costume. Mine is like the zebra print, and he's got like the frosted
Safari
hair.
Chris.
Safari Chris is awesome.
And then, what was the shovel one that I like? Little Red Riding Hood?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was pretty cool.
I like that we'll get to play as original Chris, and we'll get to switch to BSAA Chris and see how buff he got in those years.
Oh my god.
Like, he's just like built, like so jacked.
He's gonna look like me and then look like Terry Crews.
But I'm excited for that. And Revelations got delayed a week. Did you hear about that?
I mean, that's fine. That's not going to slow down the process of the complete edition, which is what I'm going for.
It's releasing on my birthday.
The complete?
Well, close to it. Yeah, the retail version. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, anything else you want to say? You want to wrap up? We've gone a little bit over, but I figured it was necessary this week because we had a lot to cover.
Yeah,
we still have more to cover. Anything coming out comic-wise that you want to briefly mention this Wednesday?
Comic-wise, this Wednesday, what do we have here? We got Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse
There's a lot
Team
of
Up.
Spider-Verse. There's Team Up. There's Spider-Woman. A new
Scarlet
Spiders.
Spider. We got Amazing Spider-Man. The new issues and the variant of that.
Another issue of Samurai Jack coming out. I really hope he kills a coup.
We also got Red Hood and the Outlaws, which I just started following.
How is that?
It started. It's pretty strong right now. So
I heard it gets a little.
I don't know. We'll see when I get there.
You let me know.
I'll definitely let you know.
You let us all know.
I love Red Hood, so that's going to be interesting. And Justice League.
And a new issue of Justice League. I'll let you know if Lex Luthor kills everybody.
Let me know if Lex Luthor is the villain. Is he the villain pretending to be hero? He probably is.
I hope he's not. I feel like he is. He's going to come back and he's going to be like, this is a great plan. I'm going to get you all. But I really hope that he turns out to be a good guy.
I hope Superman quits his job.
And what?
Lex Luthor's just
drive a taxi?
Done, I'm good.
Superman driving a taxi?
No, quits his job as Superman leaves Earth. Just gone.
Drives a taxi on Mars?
I guess.
No one's going to buy his...
He's going to go find the Mars rover that they just found.
He's already got a beard in Action Comics. He's given up on life.
Really?
He's got a beard.
Is he an alcoholic like Thor?
No.
Thor's a pretty heavy alcoholic.
He's a functioning alcoholic, Thor.
I think it's hilarious because Thor is the one hero I can see as an alcoholic. He's next to Tony Stark.
He's recovering and Thor is functioning.
Well, Loki's definitely just here's a beer.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be the end of today's show.
Thank you guys for listening. Where can you find us?
Can find us at whoa.
At whoa.
supernerdpals@gmail.com.
Email us your questions.
Or at supernerdpals on Twitter.
Please follow us. We'll probably follow you back. We like pals. We like chats with our pals on Twitter.
You are a pal.
Yeah. You're a pal.
Yeah.
We're all pals. All right. Good night, everybody. See you next week.